Hello friends, this is Barbara from Wigs and Fluff. Now today I have for you a summer makeup tutorial. This is going to be my summer makeup. Now I've already put on my Clinique Moisture Surge, which is my base. There it is. That's what I like, does the job. And then over that I put a light coating of Vasolne. It's my grandmother's secret, is what I always do. And it's always kept my face fairly soft. And I really like that. Next, I'm going to use IT or IT, whichever way you like to pronounce it, because this foundation has a 50 SPF, a 50. And you need that for summer. So I'm going to put that on. I don't like using a lot of sunscreen because you see how nicely this Vaseline makes your foundation go on. It serves as a primer as well as sealing in the moisture. My grandma was right. Vaseline is the bomb. She also told me to use Pond's to take my makeup off, the cold cream, and not to wash my face, but to use Pond's. And she told me to use that for nighttime moisturizer too. My grandma was famous for her beauty tips. She just loved to do that. She was a woman who wore her makeup well into her 70s and 80s. She just had boyfriends all over. She really did. Grandma had two husbands, and one she left because he wouldn't support her, and that was back in the 1950s. And she had 6 children, and she wasn't putting up with it. He wouldn't work, and so he forced her to have to go to work and take care of everybody, and plus him, and that wasn't working for her. And I totally get that. Now then, let's see, we put the IT on, so, and I use the IT simply because it has that 50 sunscreen, which is what I like. Now, I'm also going to use a little bit extra sunscreen. I forgot to bring it over here. Sorry about that, guys. Let me move this back here. Just because I like to cover my nose, and I just blend that in right up on top, just like that. I just like to blend that in there just as a little bit extra. And this is the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer 70, just for my nose, because in the summertime your nose is the one that really takes a lot of the beating on the summer skin. And you just want to make sure that you cover that up. The next is you're going to use your, there it is, Nars. Nars, look, everything's going down. Just a second. There it is. Couldn't find it. There it is. Okay, so I started with my Clinique, and I did my IT. I'm going to now put on my powder. This is Translucent Revolution Baking Powder. And this is a really good powder. I need my brush. I'm not sure if yeah, I did. I got it down. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. So I'm going to put a bunch right here in my hand because I don't know how else to do it. And it works just fine for me. And I put that transparent powder right on there, on top of my foundation. And that's going to help make you look luminous and glowy. So that's the second thing, the translucent powder by Revolution. I kind of like that one, not too expensive. A good deal. The next one is going to be the Nars, if I can find it, Nope, that's not it. There it is. The Nars Concealer. And this is in light vanilla. So I use that for under eye and nose. This is just a little one that I found in the makeup store, just a small one, but it's the Nars brand. Right there you can see. I like that brand. I think it's real good, and you need one of these little dudes. A little sponge. Now this is in light vanilla, so it's doing quite a bit of lightening around my nose. But I have a few other places that I need to cover, so I'm going to go back to the Bye Bye Under Eye by IT, and I'm going to use that. Whew. I don't want too much. A little bit more on my nose just because. And this one has no SPF. This one has nothing. So, but I need a little bit of coverage here and there and here. That the light colored one doesn't seem to do for me. So anyways, there's that. So that's done. Hopefully this will come out a lighter makeup. Now, I forgot to tell you, Clinique, I've been using Clinique for quite a while now instead of the IT foundation during the wintertime months. This has an SPF of, this one has 30. And you can use either one. But in the summertime, I go with the sunscreen a little bit more. So I think that's probably a wise thing to do. Now then, we've done our baking powder, the IT, the Nars, and the small amount of the Bye Bye Under Eye for certain areas. And then now I want to go to the Nude stick. Now I've been playing around with this Nude stick. I think this is it. Nude, yeah. And it's a bronzy color, just like that. It's called Nudestix. And I just like to put a little bit of that on my cheeks to bronze my cheeks a little bit. Tad on my forehead. And rub that in. Just for that purpose. I'm going to go back and use just a tad more of the Bye Bye Under Eye. Sometimes it's hard for me to see if I'm not right up there. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better on that side, and that side I didn't get it quite as well as I like. Got a couple of sunspots that I like to cover up. Now then, that's done, and I go for the Clinique Defining Berries blush, and my blush brush right here, blush brush, and right over the top I'm going to go with my blush. And just like when you're painting, the underlying colors will show through. That bronzy look will show through. And you'll see that in a few minutes. All right. Now, the next thing I want to do, now that I've got a little bit of color going on my face, I want to go to my eyes, I think. Nudestix Defining Berries, that's right, eyeshadow. Now what I have here is, I have two different colors. This is the LA Girl 4-pack, and in different colors, turquoise and pinks. So I like to use either pinks or turquoise. I've got a shirt on that will work for either one, and I think I'm going to go with pink today, and only because this one's open. I opened it yesterday, and it was hard to open, by the way, difficult. but I managed. Now I have a little brush, and I'm going to be using this one and a touch of this one on my eyelids. I like this color, pink. And that darker one helps to define it quite a bit. I don't go for a lot of crazy eyeshadow tricks going way up the side of your face and stuff. I like to keep it pretty simple. Just put it on your eyelids, and that's what I do. And then after that, I go back to my CoverGirl Mid Summer Night Mayhem. I love this stuff. It comes in 4 lovely colors: white, turquoise, light blue, and the dark blue. And you'll see the dark blue is heavily used, and that's because I use that as an eyeliner. Now I have a small little eyeliner brush here. You can see how small that one is. And I use that because I found that using black on my eyelids doesn't really work for me that well. It just doesn't. Now I'm going to need a close-up mirror, and that means trying to figure out where I put my mirror because I can't see that far away, and I'm likely to stick it right in my eye. So you know how to do eyeliner, I'm assuming. I'm trying to do it where you can see it. It does take a little bit of doing to get this 75-year-old face going in the morning. Okay, so I have a brush that I use. It's just this one here, this pointy one, that I use to get rid of anything that's out of place with my eyeliner and eyeshadow there. So I'm going to be using that a little bit because I think I got some underneath. And then go back with my brush and get my lower lids. All right, here we go. Now I like to give myself an eye lift. And what I've done is I've gone straight up from there, right? Straight up. Right straight up like that. And that really helps. Right straight up. And then I bring it over. As you can see, it really works to give yourself a little bit of eye lift. You can see how thin my eyebrows are. They really, really do need some work. And that's my natural color right there on my eyebrow. Blonde as it can be. Very light colored. So the next thing is going to be the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil. I really love this pencil. Again, I need my mirror because I can't do it from too far away. And since I have hair loss, I have to draw in most of it because they're just not there. And you can see this brow pencil, it really works. It's in a good color. It's called Soft Brown, I think it is. Soft brown. And it seems to work. There we go. I have a little mole right there that always gets in the way. One of these days I'll have that thing removed. If I live that long. All right, the last thing we want to do is to put on our makeup. And this is Too Faced makeup right there, Too Faced mascara. And I like this stuff a lot. I'm gonna need my mirror again because this close-up work is hard for me. But you see I've had the pink eyeshadow and now the blue where is this thing now? And now the blue eyeliner. I use that dark blue eyeliner, and you can see how I gave myself a little uptick on the sides. You can learn how to do that. It's pretty simple. And then make faces. It's real important to make faces while you do your mascara. Real important to make faces. And there we have a light summertime glowy look that looks like you've been out in the sun for a while, that you're looking healthy. Everything is falling off because I'm just using a small ledge there. But everything looks great. What I do up here, because I wear wigs, is I blend into the top of my forehead really good with this makeup sponge so that I don't get so much makeup. Then I'm going to take this little thing off. You can see how thin my hair is getting. And I'm going to put on, let's see, the Alva. I'm going to put on the Alva this morning. Or maybe change your mind. I might go for the Tori just as a preview. Another preview at the Tori. Let's see what the Tori has to hold for us. Let's see. This is by Rene of Paris in, what is this color? Creamy Blonde. Creamy Blonde. This is the Tori wig by Rene of Paris in Creamy Blonde. This is a shorter one, not the longer one like we've been wearing, but a shorter one. And there's the mirror. The bangs are pretty good. They're coming down pretty well. Needs a little bit of work. It's a bob, one of those asymmetrical bobs, or A-line bobs, if you will. And creamy blonde. This is the color. If you like this wig, I'll leave a link in the description box below. I have not reviewed it. I've got a few things to say right off the top of my head. There we go. The bangs are a bit thin for me, I think. A bit on the thin side. I wish they would have been a little bit fluffier and a little bit easier to work with. Okay. Had some things falling down, but you can see how pretty that is. Now, what I always do once I get my wig on is I always go after the blush a little bit more because I need the color. Otherwise, I look like the Walking Dead, and I don't want to look that way. I want to look like I'm alive and have things going for me. Like I'm a happy person. So, there it is. Now this is an interesting little wig. You can could put a clip in there, bobby pin in there, and bobby pin it back if you like. Little heart clip. That's why I like to have these little rhinestone clips. I'll put a link to them in the description box below. It's early. And one other thing, I did not put the lipstick on. I had this new lipstick that I thought I would try out today. It might be a bit yeah, I just wasn't quite sure. I think that's a bit too light for me. I think I like my other one better. This is a really good one. This is the Amorous by MAC. I need a little bit more color in my lips. And then I follow that up with the gloss by Revlon lip gloss. Lower lip only. And then I smack it. And that works for me. So there we have it. I've styled it a bit. Now this is one that you could take and style if you wanted to over to the side like this. It's one that you could do that with if you don't want to use the hair clip. You could simply twist it, do the twist thing, and use your hair clip. If I could find my hair clip, there it is. I love this little one right here. It's clear, and I can use it with anything. You need some of these little tiny clips. So that you can style your wigs too, so make them look more natural. So there we are. Pretty good. Pretty good for an old lady of 75. Pretty good. Let me see this eyebrow. So that is the wig of the day, the Tori, and just a preview of her. She is your basic A-line, or I don't know what you would call that, bob, just an A-line bob. Very, very pretty, very, very I love to stamp it in like that because it really helps with the look. And maybe a little bit more mascara. Let's see if I get it on well enough. I go through mascaras because my eyelashes are so thin. So there we have it, the finished product. Our summer look, got a little bronzy going on there, a little redness to the cheeks to make you look like you've got a little bit of sun, and you look really great. So there I am, I'm all ready. I've got my clip in place so my hair doesn't drive me crazy, and I'm ready to go out. Really pretty creamy blonde color, the Tori by Rene of Paris. Really cute little hairdo. I really like it. Nice look in the back profile. I haven't reviewed this yet, so this is kind of a preview, and I'll let you know how I feel another day. So this is my story for today on my makeup. I know this is going really long again, but I wanted to talk to you about something else. I wanted to talk to you about Silent Saturday. Silent Saturday. Are you in Silent Saturday? The Bible does not tell us what really happened on Saturday after Jesus died, but We have Jesus who was crucified for our sins. It's a lonely day and full of grief for the disciples. They don't know what to make of all of this. They really don't. How could this happen? He was the Son of God, and he died. The confusion over their emotional predicament was unbearable. What were they going to do now? What should they do now? So, are you suffering a silent Saturday this year? Do you have issues going on in your life that's causing you grief? Is there a crisis in your life right now too? I've got good news. Sunday is coming. Sunday is coming and the light of the world is coming back. This is Silent Saturday. Remember, when the earthquake happened, people who were dead came out of their graves. They did. And they were walking around, big as you please, among those who were living. Can you imagine if you married your best friend's wife? Never mind. Moving on. What was Jesus doing during this time? Many think he descended into hell and liberated people from hell, gave them a second chance. But Sunday is coming. Glorious, glorious Sunday. So if you're suffering today, if you've got a crisis in your life, hold on. Hold on and wait. Trust Jesus, because Sunday is coming. Sunday is coming. Trust Jesus in your silent Saturday. I know this video went long, but I wanted to show you some ideas for summer makeup. The use of bronzer, the brighten up your skin, the use of the powder to help you glow and to make you look summer ready. I'm never going to have a big full tan because that's not the way my skin is. I'm not going to be a glowing tan-bodied person. My skin is fair, so I have to work with that. But I can still use bronzer, and I can still put color in my face and make me look like I have been at the beach. So that's my story for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.